EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches.
Murray again. This is Drake.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Drake on the carry.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Murray on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
On the coverage.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
And he'll only get this back to the 15-yard line. So that decision's going to cost him 5 yards.
Over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
first carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
And it's third down.
On third down, Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now. But he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Get that quarterback. D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. We go. Mike 40, Mike 40. 65.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, the hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now Brown. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside?
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson
62 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Cardinals nothing.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He was brought down by Patrick Peterson. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He can run for it, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Shotgun now from Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Fitzgerald hauling it in from Murray. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The 8-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
At the 18-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding room at the 30. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
First down, Murray. And goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check, check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. Pick it up. 3 years. Pick it up. 40's mine. 40's mine.
From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
40's the mine. Squeeze. Hey, here we go. 40's mine.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
And a Ravens 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
He's going to run again. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Brought him down. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
He was tackled.
He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
1st down, Baltimore.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going to keep it again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
6-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Buda Baker on the tackle. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
2 yards on the play.
On first down, Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was brought down at
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Brought down right now.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Right back to Drake. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Running, it's Drake. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now he'll tuck it and run. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 44 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
28.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here we go, D.
From the 29, Murray dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
38-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Murray flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with Drake. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Murray. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. It's Murray. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 42-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
So the final seconds tick away in this ball.